Here we are. What's up, everybody?
Hey,
Hey.
excuse me.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
supposed to clear your throat before we begin.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I
I
got
didn't
mine up.
expect that.
Yeah, well, good. What's up, everybody? I see everyone in the chat right now. Cool. We got people coming up. Uh, what's up, everybody? We have a very special guest today. We have a lot to cover too at the top of our show. It's gonna be a busy evening for us. So, gotta wet the whistle
Very
for now.
stoked. Episode 87. Man, we're just knocking them down. There's so many episodes.
We're gonna get to 100 way faster than we thought.
It's crazy.
Even though
When you
it's been
think about it, it's like, man, there's like hundreds of hours of like talking. It's crazy.
Most
It's
talking I've ever done.
crazy.
Hell yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
cool. I hope
I don't
everyone's
know.
enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, I hope so. It's been cool. We've had some really cool people on, and we are also having another incredibly special guest on today.
Yeah,
So I am very stoked for this episode. But
me too.
before we do that, we have a few things we have to address. Should I do my spiel?
Let's throw it in the middle. Let's switch it up on everyone. Let's kick it off with the WTF.
All
How's
right.
that sound?
Oh, I love that. Let's start with the WTF of the
Let's
week.
do it because we got a cool one this week. We have a special WTF from, I hope I say this right, Van Kooften with the one-legged shin slide on a rail nonetheless. So I don't know if that has a name too. I know that's our thing now. We try to pick tricks that have no names yet. They could not have a name. It's like a backslide shin slide, I guess, if you want to call it that. But yeah,
I
congrats.
feel like that's a shin slide.
But then it's a double shin slide if it's two-legged.
Feel so.
We
I
should
feel
ask
so.
we should ask Randy that because he does those, right? Or he used to do
Well,
those.
you know what? If you're watching this, let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think in the chat. We don't know. There have been so many tricks that have been coming up on the WTFs that are I've never seen before, and it's crazy because we are like so deep into this, and there's still new tricks being made. Even the roller skate twins, their dad sent me like another. They're like, "What's this trick called?" These guys are like making up tricks every other day just because
Really?
they're so flexible. Yeah,
Really?
but
Because
it's
they're so
yeah,
flexible.
it's cool. Yeah,
That's so funny. Yeah.
but I
Also,
guess the
everyone.
benefit of being 10, you know.
Yeah, everybody check out the Roller Skate Twins too. By the way, go give them a follow. Check them out on Instagram. Show them a lot of love on their posts. Um, let's talk about this weekend real quick because we had a very interesting meeting earlier today about Winter Clash this weekend. So
Mhm.
everybody should know by now that the Winter Clash is happening this weekend, and we had a little talk with Yo-Yo about how we could get involved and everything. So we're going to be doing Winter Clash Jump Street specials all weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, every day for the Winter Clash. We're going to just do kind of like a little recap, have fun. We're going to have special guests that we are not announcing yet, so you're going to have to tune in to see those. We're doing everything based off of Eindhoven time. So whatever time zone you want to call that, it'll be 6 p.m. there. In the States, I believe it's noon. It's noon Eastern Standard Time and 9 a.m.
Yep.
Pacific time.
At
So
9 a.m. in Cali. So for
Yes, 9 in
Cali,
Cali.
everyone on the West Coast, it's going to be the morning show. We're getting you stoked. We're getting you pumped. You know, we're going to be going through all the topics, all the challenges, and yeah, really trying to, push this event. It's these guys put so much work into this. If you didn't catch the episode we had with Yo-Yo, the off the cuff, check that out. And this should be exciting.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be so fun. I got so excited today talking about it with you two because we could see already some of the entries that are going on. If you haven't already, download the Winter Clash app, be a part of it, join a team or start your own team. And there's a lot of fun, interesting, different challenges out there. It's a lot of stuff. No matter how long you've been skating for, I'm sure there's some shit in there that you've never done before. So check it out. Hopefully you'll join us this weekend for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We will be there all weekend at the Winter Clash.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time for it. So
Throw it
here
in
we
there.
go.
Throw it in there.
If you don't follow us already, please do on all of our social media networks. And by the way, everyone who has heard this a million times, thanks for hanging in there with me.
I hope
To
you're
all of our
subscribed
first
by
time
now.
people, yeah, please. I would hope you're subscribed by now. But please go to our Facebook, give us a like, go to our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So when we have an episode, you get an alert on your phone. Please go to our Instagram, give us a follow. Go to our iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and a review, comment if you would like. And we also have a Patreon. We've been putting out new content in our Patreon lately, and it's been cool. So we've been getting a bunch of new Patreons, and
Yeah,
you
the
can be a
feedback has been
Patreon for as
great.
little. You could be a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Austin just put out a new video, testing out some wheels. I had something not too long ago, Inside Out. It was a how-to. We're working on some new ones and got all these different, different things we're working on. So please check that out. And if you just want to, if you don't want to be a Patreon, please comment, share, all that stuff. It helps with the algorithms, boosts us up. I believe so. So
I
yes,
believe so. Hopefully it does.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. And we have a bunch of new Patreon supporters because of all the stuff we've been putting out. So thank you all very much. We're going to try to split this up into episodes because there's so many names here. But we want to give a shout out to Gabe from the Bronx. I like that name. Michael Barron, Santiago. Let's go, Gabe. Santiago Ramos, Elliot Dean, Ronnie Rascal, Jared Curtis, Nikolai Berg, Oliver Jones. You might know this one, Billy. Shkelzen Karpuzzi.
Shkelzen.
Dustin Rasick.
Shout out Zenny.
Rasmus Graff, Nail Shop, Tucker Freeland, Jamie Murray, and Christoph Bake. So thank you all so much. Those are some of our new Patreon supporters. The other ones we're going to say.
Nice. Jamie Murray was in there?
Yeah.
All right. I like how you pronounced it French.
Murray.
That's cool.
Is it? I don't know. You never know.
No, but that's cool. I think the E with the double T, that might be the way to do it.
I'm trying to get my international. I'm preparing for this weekend at Winter Clash.
You're working on the reading names. Everyone, give it up. He's really working on it, man.
I've merked so many names in the past that it's just I practice them a little bit now beforehand if I have time.
I like that. I like the effort, man. I can tell.
One more event I wanted to talk about quickly this week. The Blade Havasu event that's happening next weekend after the Winter Clash. It's February 26th through the 28th at Lake Havasu City in Arizona. Me and Billy are going to be there. It's going to be fun. A lot of people are coming out. It's a camping trip, but you could also get a hotel or Airbnb like we are doing. But everybody check it out. Go to the website, bladehavasu.com. They have a lot of videos from the past. You could check out the park and see what it's all about. All the info's there that you need. You could join the Facebook group as well. And if you're in the area or West Coast, you want to catch a ride with somebody, you could hop on in that group and tag along with somebody. So check it out, bladehavasu.com. And hopefully we'll see you guys there next weekend. Boom.
Yeah, and if you come, as always, please stay safe. Wear your mask.
Yes,
and
always.
Be considerate.
We're still in the middle of a pandemic, people.
Yeah. The park is massive, though. I really think there's enough space for everyone to have their own, more than 6 feet, their own 20 feet. It's like such a massive park. But I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah, me too. And we should give a shout out to our sponsor for this episode because they help us get to where we are today. So we'd like to shout out Blank by Rollerblade. Everybody check them out. We have a link in the description. Give them a follow on Instagram. And they have a lot of cool new stuff coming out for 2021. And we're going to play a little trailer for you guys so you check them out. Hell yeah, it's Blank by Rollerblade, everybody. Somebody actually commented in one of our last videos and said, where's the link to the video that trailer's for? People just wanted to see more because watching Sean Keane, Cameron Talbot, and Sven Volker skate, everyone just wants to see more of them. So stay tuned. They got a lot coming this year. Check them out. Give them a follow on Instagram. The link is in the description to this video if you're watching on YouTube.
I'm sorry. Every time I watch that commercial and it has the ending trick with Sven, I'm just like, I just cannot believe this guy is still killing it. We talked about it on the other episodes, like his old tricks that he was posting, and
we'll get him on soon and talk to him about all that stuff too.
For sure.
Definitely. But we ready for our guests?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. You guys ready? Everybody in the crowd, you ready? We hear them cheering. All right, so everybody, let's give it up for the man himself. We got Greg Preston.
So, Greg, first and foremost, what do you think of our new the soundboard with the cheering as the introduction?
Yeah, I actually fuck with the cheers, man. Imagine having a soundboard like for just anything that you do. Like when you wake up, just get out of bed.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good alarm. That people should have.
I might make that my alarm in the morning.
Yeah,
right? Just
cool.
get up like, let's go, champ. Yeah.
Damn, why have we not thought of that? Yo, I'm about to do that every day.
I actually might have one of Shannon Briggs just saying, let's go, champ, in the morning. I'm actually going to do that. But welcome, Greg. It's really nice to have you on.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Dude, I'm glad to be here, man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to have you on, man. It's been wanting you on for a while. We doing the Zoom thing now. So it's cool. Make this stuff happen, even though we live really close to each other, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are both in Long Beach, right?
Yeah. We're pretty close.
It's like, what? It's like 8 blocks away or something?
No way, really? That close?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have.
We should probably grab a beer after this. But let's not talk about after this. Let's get started. Let's dive right in. You know me. I'm an easy read. I start in the same place every time because that's where I like to start. I think it's a good and then growing from there. But tell me how you got into this thing we all love. What was your first pair of skates, your introduction, your first video, the first person you saw and said, this is what I want to do?
Well, I guess it had a lot to do with, like, when you're just a kid, you just like have toys,
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what it was. It was just like I had a selection of like shit to do, and eventually one thing is just more fun than the other. And like my cousin was like my cousin was a pro skateboarder, and then I would like go out with him sometimes, and then I don't know, I would always just find myself putting on skates more. I think because in some way it was like harder at the time, and I thought it was more interesting. Like really, like it wasn't that unique of a story. It was just like, oh shit, like I legit can't soul grind, and I was just eating shit.
We all were.
Yeah. And then I was like able to tail slide on my board, and I was like, all right, that's cool, but I still can't fucking soul. And both ways were like fell switch, like weird. And I think that's what like kept me going for it. Was like it didn't come natural, and I think that's why it really grabbed my attention, because like I was just like I don't know, challenge maybe. I don't know.
You like
no, that's actually I actually relate a lot to that story because, at least for the first few years of me coming up skating, like I was always like. All my friends were like hitting rails, and I was like always scared to hit rails. And when I finally learned how to hit rails, I was like stepping on, and then it didn't come natural to me. I had to put in like the hours to like, I wasn't a natural. So I can relate to that.
It's funny that there was a time when Billy wasn't the best skater ever. Back in the day.
No, stop. No, there's many times like back in the day, now, then all the time.
I like how you said though about that you chose skating because it was more challenging for you, because I remember back in the day people always used to criticize skating or blading for being like so easy, like it's so easy, it's attached to your feet. But all the time now I get from skateboarders and BMXers at the skate parks, they're always like, yo, that's crazy that you guys are doing that with them attached to your feet like that. Like it completely flipped to the opposite way. So it's funny how you went with a more challenging one back then and stuck with rollerblading.
Yeah, that was trash for a long ass time. I'm still low-key trash. I'm like baby decent.
Don't say that's not true.
No. Okay, true story. Okay, Coupon Tom? I mean, Coupon Tom?
It's not going to stop, is it?
Oh, no. Wait. It lives on, Coupon. He's going to hate this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevon Thompson, he used to like be the best in Long Beach, dude. Like back in the day, like back in like nah, dude, you were like he beat all of us in our local competition. There was like a Lakewood skate thing, and then this is back when like G Unit was like cracking, and then he had like the G Unit like tank top, and he did like a 720. It was like a 1 minute line, and he fucking killed us.
Dan Coupon Thompson got 7s like that in G.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, when was this? Like, what was this? This was like in the beginning of your skating. When does like? I'm trying to get a feel for the era of the time. Was like, we talking about like
2005 ish?
Are we talking? You know, what skate videos were kind of coming out around? Like, what were you? I'm curious.
This is like 2008. Yeah, 7 or 8. He's right here. Like, yeah, get him.
Yeah.
What up? Special guest Twib.
Yo,
Let's go.
Your show.
Yo, can we get a G unit from him?
Okay, awesome. Another funny thing. We actually used to call him Coupon for years, and you don't know
way.
Yeah. So for me, it's actually fucking hilarious.
Is that why you guys find it so funny?
Yeah.
Ah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, because back in the day, like when we'd be skating, he'd be like, "Hey, let's go to Carl's Jr." And he'd just pull out of his backpack just like a sheet of coupons, and he's like hook everybody up with the coupons. He's like cut them up. He'd cut them up and just hand them out like free, buy one get one free and shit. Just like to all the homies. Like at the end of the day, Coupon man, he fed all of us with the coupons. So we just call him Coupon Thompson for a couple of years, dude.
Dude, I feel so bad that we're talking about this and telling this story because I feel like we're just solidifying this name that he hates now. But, oh man.
I'm right now, so
yeah. People forget fast. Sorry, dude. But
might as well own it at this point.
I'm just joking.
No, it's cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, you're from like. So to your point, you're like from the Long Beach scene, 2007 coming around. Who were like a lot of the guys that you were looking up? Maybe I don't know if it would say looking up is the right thing, but who were some of the people that like you were inspired by watching in that time? Who were like either local to Long Beach or like out of town?
I mean, local. It would have to be like Anthony Gallegos. Like he was the guy who would like show us like street skating, and then like he would do like gnarly ass shit like off camera, and that was like really crazy to see back in the day. Like that old Shima poster where Shima's doing like the fish brain on like this big ass ledge. It looks kind of like it could be like a really thin Staples Center, and it was like a 4x4 poster.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Like Anthony fish brain that for fun, like off camera when I was like 16, and he would like do shit like that all the time. And then so in a lot of ways he was probably the one that like we all looked up to growing up, at least like locally he was like definitely one guy to say. But
what about not locally?
Not locally, I mean, dude, so many. I mean, Kevin Yee was like, I really liked his skating growing up. Yeah. He's one guy out of like a million, but Kevin Yee was like definitely one person. I was like, oh shit, he's sick. And I was like,
yeah, Kevin Yee had a super, man. He was, now that you bring that up, man, wow, he was severely criminally underrated.
Yeah,
he was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I think it was like a Sean Cullen video. He had this part, and he was just him and Sean just ripping around. Yeah, that's good that you mentioned. I haven't. It's cool. You forget there's so many people in skating. You forget sometimes that there's like all these rippers everywhere.
Yeah. Nah, he was sick, dude. He still is sick. You seen his comeback shit, dude? I'm so stoked. Every time I see like him come back, I'm like, fuck.
Get you hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he always had like a toe in, but I don't know. I guess some people just needed some space for a while. But it's awesome to see people coming back. I love that. But Yeah, man. So from Long Beach, you got into skating. You doing your skating. Anthony Gallegos got the locals. You got a Biz ripping you at the comps. So somewhat, some somewhere along the way, right? You're just like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what I am. This is what I do. And when I first heard about you, like right after I heard about you, I heard like you had moved to Europe for a while. You spent like a ton of time in Denmark. Did you move there? And what was that all about? What
I
inspired that?
did. I mean, honestly, it was super random. Like, I have no ties there. It was just like a bunch of things that kept just like happening, and then yeah, like it's kind of like a long story, but in the end, like I just went out there to go stay with Jonas
Well,
Hansen.
the good thing is we got a podcast. So if you got a long
Yeah,
story, you just go ahead and get into it, bro.
It's digital. You're not wasting any film.
true. Well, like it was just like one random day. Like I got out of school and I was maybe like in 11th grade or so, and then like I had like my high school girlfriend at the time, and we were going through the park, and she found like a 2 kroner on the ground, which is like a Danish coin, and it was funny. Like the coin looks really sick. Like if you see a Danish coin that has like a hole through it, and you can make a necklace out of it, like it looks sick. And she was just like, "Yo, where's this from?" And we were kind of talking about it. And then that same day, I went to her place. I didn't have internet at my mom's house, so I would like go to her place to go on like roller news and shit after school. Yeah. And then there was a video called Fluk that came out by Jonas Hansen. It was like a BMAC video. And I saw it and I was like, fuck, man. Like, dude, this, Denmark just looked really sick. The scene looked sick. The music, everything about it. I was like, damn, I want to go there. And then I hit up Jonas and I was like, dude, that shit was amazing. And he messaged me and he was like, yeah, his brother actually lives in California. So then, so he ended up coming, and then I became friends with him, and then I ended up living with him over the summer, and then I just kept
In
going
California?
back.
Oh no, you lived
No,
with them in the summer over there.
yeah, and then I just kept going back and forth, and then eventually I just like got a job and then just stayed.
What year was this?
It was like 2010 maybe.
Oh, it was a while ago.
I think that was the same year you went to Roskilde, Billy, for the first time, I think.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. That was definitely 2010 was the year I went. You were there?
No, but it was that same year. It was definitely that same year. It was funny because, like, okay, it was a long time ago, but I was skating and some chick came up to me and she was like, "Do you know Billy O'Neill? I met him at Roskilde." And I was just like, I mean, I don't know him personally. And she was like, it was fucking random. I never told you that.
Random. That is so random.
That did happen. I was just skating.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool. Damn, I had the juice in 2010, bro.
Dude, that comp was I've never been to a comp where like a festival where like Bladers ran the whole shit. That was so insane. Like even going to, at the festival when there's like the main stage and then in between sets they like just show like videos and shit in between like the headliners and whatnot. And then they're just showing like Joe Zank just like doing sick ass fucking shit at the skate park in between Rihanna and Paul McCartney, which is like
what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's serious. So like I'm just sitting there watching it, and it's just funny being in a space where like I'd almost say I don't know how to explain it. It was almost if like Bladers kind of like ran it, sort of. I don't know. Maybe Bill, you can agree to this.
No, I know exactly what you're saying, and I definitely like being from America, and you even being from California, which I think is like a lot of the roots of that blade hate, culture, come from like SoCal or SF. But it's such a trip when you go to places like Europe just doesn't have that. You know what I mean? It's just I feel like they've always kind of embraced skating, or at least like not hated on it, and especially that event. It's one of the few events, and this is going to seem like a little, shallow or whatever, but there's like this big skate comp, and it's surrounded by like all kinds of people, like hot chicks, like everywhere. You're like, what, dude? Like it's such a trip, like all over, and you're just like, what? So it's like, those kind of things make some people get more stoked, like and want to rip more, So it's definitely a different vibe, and like again, like on the big like Megatron, they got like all the stars that are performing in the like thing and stuff. So yeah,
I didn't know like cool. Rihanna and shit was there. That's nice.
Yeah, they had some heavy, like every year there was like they had someone, but I actually did that comp, which was I did the bowl comp, which was at the time the scariest shit I ever did. Like scary. I'm pretty trash in the bowl, dude. Like
I'm so trash at bowl.
You've just been trashing your skating all fucking podcast so far. Well, you got to give yourself a little more credit than that.
Okay, no, but like I'm not saying you are, but I can relate. Like when you say like, because like at the bowl, I can fully be like, I'm trash, and no, I'm not beating myself up. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like that's a different
kind of skating.
Well, for instance, I never did a competition before in my life. So, or I did, maybe these local ones against fucking Kiwan. But like, but out there, I haven't done like a real competition. So my first one, it's like a bowl comp. And I'm like, fuck, man, I hope my heat isn't like gnarly. So they was all right, next up, Gregory Preston, Eric Bailey, Dominic Wagner. And I was like, fuck.
Oh my God. Dominic Wagner is the literal last person you want to hear is in your heat during a bowl session. That's the last name you want to hear. Oh
yeah, I heard Bailey and Dominic Wagner. I was like, man, that shit is true.
And Bailey too. Oh my God, what a nightmare.
Oh, you're missing the Stockwell.
Yeah, Stockwell. Yeah. Oh my God, that's a nightmare.
So like, it was my turn. Like Gregory up, I tried. I don't even know what I tried. I think I did like a Phil 66. So I thought that maybe, the crowd will understand that or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, I just like ate shit and I was like, I'm done, whatever. So then afterward, I was like, damn, dude, that was fucking harsh, like, because there was like a huge crowd, like at least a couple hundred people, maybe. I don't know.
For sure.
And then, afterward, I'm just like walking, and then this girl, like some random girl came up. And she was just like, oh, you did so good. And I was like, I literally did nothing. And she was like, you went down the ramp. And I was like, yeah, I did go down the ramp.
Yo, they got to give us more credit, yo. You going down the ramp ain't easy.
Yo, that is so dope. You're like, wait a second. I did go down the ramp.
Yo, that's awesome.
Oh, my God.
To her, that was the trick. Like, just going down the ramp. And I was...
That's awesome. I was about to say, you couldn't skate that trash. At least you didn't get booed, because that's like how you know you really skated trash. If you get booed at a contest with a few hundred people in the crowd, that can't feel good. But you got complimented for dropping in.
I've seen boos, but it was never on the blading side, because I feel like the bladers that were there, maybe they usually came to like skate, and they were always like interesting and unique. Like imagine a run with like Remy Meister, Dominic Bruce, Montre Livingston, and I don't know, someone. They're all so unique and different, and then they kind of work the crowd. And I think in this particular case, the audience would respond well, and of course they like fucking rip, So when I would go watch like maybe the skateboarding ones here and there just to see.
Yeah.
And usually it's like maybe the dudes are just like really drunk. I don't know. But like usually they'd be like kind of doing something, and like people would really be, I don't know how to explain. Maybe it's not easy for them to understand what's going on. But it was just interesting to see the contrast between the blading comps. It was like live. Like you can tell, you go to any Roskilde edit that's like blading, especially the ones that like Carson Boysen made. You go to any of those and like, you can really get a good sense of what it was like. And then the other, how do you say it? The other shows, it didn't have the same vibe, like not at all. So.
That's awesome to hear.
I mean, that's an interesting thought, because, you think about, X Games back in the day was, like right when the X Games first came out in like the mid 90s, early 90s, of 95, 94, 96, whatever it was. blading was in there and it was like one of the biggest events, you know? And like you said, I think there's something that could translate to like a mainstream thing, like where people really might not understand the complexity of what's going on with the board flipping, the difference to tell between like a tray flip or a hard flip or like a kick flip, maybe to the lay person. But blading, you know, or something, if someone's like does a, you know, flying 720 or like a big old wall ride, it's like maybe it's that because that seems like it makes sense.
Yeah, going bigger. That's why I feel like the feast is a good thing for skating, because even though we ride on the BMX park, it's like we're doing bigger ramps and bigger airs and stuff. And I think like exactly what you said, that stuff is what's more interesting to people who don't know anything about skating. They just want to see people go big. They don't care how many switch ups you could do on a rail.
I don't know. I think that's, I mean, in terms of like the fan level, yeah, but I think it doesn't necessarily have to be big. It could be cool or
just like
sleek
like air type stuff in general kind of appeals to people.
But it's also flip too, you know, like, I mean, no offense to skateboarding, but like they always kind of reminded me of like stormtroopers on like Star Wars, you know, like they just wear like the same outfit, and I don't really like, I can't really tell them apart. Like, I think there was once, like we're filming Alex Brosco in November last year, and there were some skateboarders at this spot, and they were cool, and we were talking to them and whatnot. And then we went to another spot, and I was kind of like, oh shit, I was like, yo, we went to the same spot, but it was like a whole different group of skateboarders, but they just looked the same. So it was kind of awkward.
Like, oh dude, we just saw you, man. Yeah. Like, what?
They were like, what? Like, oh,
we've been here for 3 hours, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was like, oh my bad. I thought y'all was it's like a weird thing, and they have the same names too. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's like when you get kicked out of a spot and then you come back like an hour later and security guy's like, yo, I just kicked you out. You're like, nah, that was other guys. That was other skaters. That's what that reminds me of.
Well, hopefully we all don't look like the stormtroopers. Hopefully we, you know, a little.
I mean, nothing's wrong with storm. You want to be a stormtrooper, you know, do your thing, you know, whatever.
You could be a stormtrooper if you want to be a stormtrooper.
Yeah, you want to do your thing.
I don't know anything about Star Wars, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
That's good. Yeah, that's some nerd shit. You know, I nerd out here and there.
Word.
You know, I actually want to talk to you about I got a few things I want to talk to you about, but I heard this today, and I wasn't aware of this, but I thought I'd mention it because I'm curious to know the story behind it. I heard you got gun butted. Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Why would somebody gun butt such a nice guy like yourself?
You're a nice guy, man. I don't get that.
It was kind of like, I mean, honestly, I don't remember getting pistol with. How do you say? It was kind of like, it was really, I try to like shorten the story, but I had already had like the worst day. I didn't sleep for 24 hours. It was my fault. I stayed up all night and I was editing, and then like I just didn't stop, and then the sun came up and I just like kept editing, and it was like this too easy like short edit video thing that was called Havasu. It was like when we were in Malta, but yeah, I was editing the video, and then I got on the flight back to California coming from Chicago, but my flight got canceled, and then I flew into Colorado. It was super random, and I got stuck in Colorado instead, and then I got a hotel to just to sleep because I was like really tired, and it was kind of funny because the lady was like, oh, well, you can wait like an hour and you can take the shuttle and it'll be free. But I was like, I'm not waiting an hour. I'm just going to take a taxi. And I ended up taking the taxi, and I got to the hotel, and, you know, I went downstairs and I checked in and whatnot. And it was all covered by the airline. So I was just like, you know, chilling.
Yeah.
And then I went up to my room, and I got all the way to the front door, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot the Wi-Fi. Because at the time I was still like living in Denmark, so this is like 2 years ago. Yeah. I was still living in Denmark, so like my phone, I didn't have a American phone number. So I was like, I need the Wi-Fi. So I went back downstairs, and as I was walking downstairs, you know, the like slide doors open, and then 3 dudes with like full ski masks just ran in, and they were like, everybody hands up, hands up, hands up. And at the time, I was like so delirious, and I was like, dude, is this shit like real? You know, like real, but at the same time, I like oddly felt like comfortable maybe, because I thought in my mind, like, they're just gonna get money from the register, I guess, and then just dip, because that's just what I thought. And they came in, and then immediately there's like this desk thing, and then 2 dudes hopped over, you know, and they like, you know, they have like the gun on like the concierge guy. I don't know if that's the name for the dude at the front desk. They had the gun on him, and then they were like, yo, open the safe, open the safe. And I guess there's a safe underneath the desk, and I couldn't see what's going on because it's like a high desk thing, counter. So they're down there just like hustling, and then there's one dude that was staying in the lobby. And keep in mind, there's like maybe 6 other people in the lobby, and it's like 3 a.m. as well. And I'm just there, my hands up, just like, yo, like, what the fuck? This shit's crazy. And then the dude just points the gun at all of us in the lobby, and he's just like, everybody in the lobby, put all your shit on the table. And there was just like a table there. And then I was kind of looking at it, and I was like, damn, dude, I got like my passports. I had like everything on me. Like, and I had like my Danish bank account, credit card and everything. And I knew for a fact that, like, at this point, I was already transitioning to move back to the States. So the odds of renewing that was like probably impossible. And I would end up being stuck in Denver or whatever the fuck. And I had like shit to do. So I went over there and I ghosted putting everything on the table, and I just put my phone, and I kind of just walked back and hope dude didn't notice. But like, you know,
we caught you slipping.
Definitely noticed that he just came up. He said, I put everything, you know, he said, what did he say? He said something along the lines of like, you know, I said, put everything on the table. And I looked at him. I don't really remember this part. I looked at him and I was just like, nah, dude, not putting it. And then for some reason,
nah.
And also, like, I could tell them, like,
nah.
Yo, that's hilarious, bro. Yo, thank God you're all right. But I mean, it's hilarious now. But I mean,
now.
At the same time, I could tell that they were quite young, you know, or they seemed kind of younger. And I was just kind of like, dude, like, you know, like they wouldn't get any money off me. Like, there's no way they can use like my shit, because there's like really specific codes. Like, if you have like a Danish card and you use it in the US, there's like this little book of numbers that you have. So if you use your card once, you get a text that says like, if you use this card, use the number that's like in this certain page of the book. Like, there's no way that they could use my shit, you know? And I would just end up being fucked and stuck in Denver. So, you know, at the time, I was, you know, so I basically just said no to the dude. And he walked up to me. I just remember like the ski mask, and then the eyes just got like huge. And, he was like, and then after that, I don't remember shit. Like, I don't remember getting pistol whipped. I just remember like waking up, and I was just on the ground, like, you know, like in the movies when everything's like super muffled and it's just like,
yeah,
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been knocked out before, so that was the first. So, you know,
when you knocked out, it's crazy because you're like, you don't even know you got knocked out till just like a little bit later. you're like, what? And then like, yo, stay down. You're like, nah, stay down. What do you mean? Like, you got knocked out. You're like, oh shit. All right, I must just stay down.
How long did it take you to realize till you got pistol whipped in the back of the head or whatever?
Nah, it was pretty quick. So like, as I'm laying there, I'm getting up, and like, you know, I'm like laying down, and like my eyes are open, and there's like the light from the hotel just like on my eyes, and like it's not adjusting. And I was like, dude, what the fuck just happened? Because like in my mind, I remember the dude walking towards me. So I'm like, did I just get shot? Like, I don't even know. I'm kind of aware. And then slowly I'm like feeling like my fingers, and then like I just start like looking up, and the dudes are like struggling bringing the bag over the counter. So they're still here trying to pull the bag over, and all of a sudden I just snap out of it, and I get up and I like run up the stairs, and then dude chases me maybe halfway. So I'm like, there's like those little awning things, you're going up the stairs and there's like a solid wood. And I'm like climbing up the stairs on all fours, just like going. And I hear them like, maybe one dude is like coming out. I hear him shuffling towards me. And I get to my room, I get in or whatever. As soon as I get in, luckily I had my car key on me. I get in and then like I called the cops, and then the cops came. It was kind of funny because I was over the phone. They were like, "Were anyone hurt?" I was like, "Me."
Wait, you were the one to call the cops?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, I was about to say, when you woke up and like shit was still going on, you should have just been like, "What? Oh, fuck this," and like faked yourself going back to sleep or something.
No, I mean, I was the first one to call the cops, dude. And then
anyone hurt? Yeah, me.
And then what was even more crazy is like the cops came and they brought me out the room or whatever, and they were checking me out. And the good thing is at the time, like my dreads weren't that long, so like maybe they were like this long, and I never wore them down because it just looked kind of like it would get weird or something. So at that particular time, I actually wore my dreads down, so my dreads saved me from being like busted open.
Oh yeah.
And then so in that way, I mean, shout out to my dreads, like shit.
Shout out to the dreads.
Shout out to my dreads.
They like saved me from being. So I just had like a little like my shit was kind of swole here, and then I didn't have like American what is it called, insurance, health insurance. So they were trying to send me to the hospital, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go." And then the firefighters were kind of like, "Well, we can look at you here. You just have to sign that says like you can't take me to the hospital or whatever." And they checked me out, and they were like, "You should be good. Just don't go to sleep." And then I was just kind of like, "Dude, like, fuck, I haven't slept for 24 hours, dude. Like, for sure, I'm gonna go to sleep." And then so basically, I was going to the airport. And then like Fox News was there and whatnot. And then they had me do the little interview. And it was kind of jokes because I was wearing like a Pulp Fiction t-shirt. When they were like doing the interview. And it was just all about how like I didn't like want to do like my wallet and shit. So it just kind of like it was really similar.
Did you get to see that on TV at all?
I did actually. And they put my first and last name. I was like, what the fuck?
They blew up your spot and everything.
Yeah, the dudes got away. Like they ran away on foot. They had no vehicle. So these got away, and they put my first and last name, and then I guess they ended up catching one of the dudes like months later, and they tried to have me go be a plaintiff. And I was like, man, these dudes likely know who I am. I'm not about to go testify in Aurora, Colorado. So I just like, I don't know, like, dude, I think all three did go to jail, and they're in for like a long time. They're in for gnarly shit, dude. Like they
seem pretty like, gnarly.
Yeah, they had other things like kidnapping and attempted murder, like a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
So they were like, it was just a matter of time until they got caught. So now they're in for who knows how long.
That's what you get for Gumba and our boy. Better watch it back.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of if there's I don't know if there's like an opposite word for serendipitous, but like that's what that was. Like your flight got like you're randomly in Aurora for what reason, who knows, and then you're like at this hotel at this random time just as these people come in. Man, that's crappy, dude. But yeah.
But you're right. So you're fine.
This is actually a good segue because I wanted to I've had TBI. You have had TBI. Is this was this before or after your head injury?
That was the head injury actually. Like
that was the head injury, right?
Yeah, it ended up actually being like an issue. Like I didn't realize it was. So they said I shouldn't go to sleep, but I for sure slept that whole flight when I got to LA. And then, so basically, you know, I got home, you know, I just like, at the time I was like staying at my mom's because I didn't really have a place in California yet. And, you know, I just like, you know, chilled with my fam and then went to sleep and woke up the next day. And I was just thinking like, damn, that shit was crazy. And then, you know, I went on Instagram and I realized, you know, I posted stories. So, you know, I just like looked at my own story. And then I had went out and skated with like fucking Parker Richardson. And we like filmed. And I didn't even remember that I did that like at all. And then that's when I realized like I had some, like I like skipped the whole day and I just didn't even notice. And that's when I realized like, damn, my brain is having some issues. But
That's crazy. You forgot a whole day.
yeah.
Has that happened more than once since then?
No, that was like the worst of it. But like I have had like weird memory loss in between, but nothing like super gnarly or anything like that. Maybe lost my sense of smell for a while, like the usual head trauma stuff. But I mean, these days I'm like really cool, so it's not an issue now, thankfully.
Word.
No, I can relate. Like when I had mine, it took some months to come back. So yeah, I remember talking to you about that, but I never knew the cause. I just always assumed it was skating.
No.
Yeah. Well, happy to have you back, man, and happy you're doing good.
In case you forget this night, it's going to be on YouTube later on, so you can rewatch it again.
For sure, that's it.
You've been working close with Julio and doing all kinds of stuff. What's that been like? And with Brain Dead as well, and things seem to be cool over there. What's that all like these days?
A lot of collabs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so like I guess it all kind of started. I was still like I don't know if the word associated with Razors is the word, but I was kind of like working with Razors while I was in Europe because like Scott Quinn lived in Copenhagen, and I was maybe like Razors EU flow for like Denmark, and then when I moved back to the States, you know, Them was here and like, you know, I don't know. I've known John for a while since I was like younger. And maybe, you know, and all the guys that were on Them are still on Them as well. So, you know, it was like kind of natural. Like, you know, I'd see them and talk to them, say what's up here and there. And then there was this trip, they were going to Mexico City, and Pat Ritter was coming from Germany. And Pat was like, yo, you want to go to Mexico with us and, you know, and help film like B angles? And I was like, yeah, for sure. I was like, but you know, I'm skating Razors. I don't know if that's like an issue. And then John and Alex and Sean Kelso was there. Yeah, they were all like, yo, you know, if you're here just to film, like it's not an issue. So I flew myself there and I just stayed with them in the Airbnb. But just before I did that, you know, I don't know. I was kind of like, damn, dude, like they still invited me to go to Mexico, and I really wanted to support John. I really wanted to be, you know, helping them because I really like what they're doing for, you know, for blading and for skaters personally. So
For sure.
yeah, so I was kind of like, dude, I don't want to be on this trip with Razors, dude. Like, I can't do that. And you know, so I like actually got Cruz Sapstein's old skates, and I was like, yo, let me try these. And you know, I did like a topsoil first try, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, I can skate these cool. And then I ended up going to Mexico with those skates, like for the first time ever skating them. And then from then on out, I would just, you know, help film and chill with everybody and so on. That's like kind of how it originally started, actually. And then yeah, and then now I just work in the shop, the Them Good shop in Santa Ana, and just help filming with them projects here and there.
That's dope. Yeah, and a Too Easy skate just came out not too long ago. That must have been exciting. Let's talk about that for a second. How did that come to be? Yeah, congrats. That's really rad.
Thanks, man. Yeah, like, well, it was only supposed to be a will at first, and then John was like, "Oh, dude, we can, just make a complete skate, and it can just be like a complete skate instead." So I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And that's really how it came about. It was just like a matter of the wheels are already made, so it was like, well, and if we make skates, then just make it one whole thing, and that's really how it came about. It was just good timing, maybe, or I don't know, but yeah, I was stoked on it.
I'm about to say, I bet back in 2007 when Biz was scraping you under the table at these comps, you never thought that John Julio would be making a too easy skate, did you?
Yeah.
That's true.
You didn't think that, right?
No.
That's cool, man.
And what else do you have going on with Too Easy nowadays? Because I know you got a lot of good stuff going on.
I mean, there are some projects going, but most of them are like long. Like, usually I would just like film for like a day or like a couple days or something, and then just like put it together. But I don't know. I think for the next couple projects that I have, it would be definitely some time until they come out. So I'd say look out for maybe like summer. You can see something coming.
All right. I guess we could wait until then.
Yeah.
I'm also curious, because I really like your filming and like videography work and all that stuff. Like, how did you get into that and some of your influences? And yeah, just curious about and are there any new projects coming up?
Yeah, well, definitely Jonas Hansen in Copenhagen. He's probably like the one that made me want to film. So I originally bought a camera just to film myself. It was like on a tripod because I'd always get clips of people, and then when I'd ask for the footage, it was just like gone, and I hated that because I was like, "Fuck, dude, there's some shit." When I was like 17, 18 that I like wish I had. Or at the time, I was like, and then that's why I got a camera in the beginning, was actually to film myself. But after, seeing like Jonas and watching him do his thing, and I was like, he's the one who inspired me to start filming for sure. And then later on, David Sizemore is also like a huge inspiration for everything I do. Like it's almost like direct inspo from David as well.
Can we also just real quick shout out Fifth Floor?
Yeah, no.
Oh my God. Yeah, we might have to have a movie night with Fifth Floor. That was so good. Yeah, shout out David for that video. Great work. Austin, did you get to catch that yet?
I saw like the first 5 minutes of it, and then I had to run out. So I don't hope you guys don't ruin it for me. I don't know how it ends.
Yeah, get a bowl of popcorn and kick back. It's a good one.
Maybe we should do a movie night with that.
I think so.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good one. It's free.
Appropriate.
If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. The homies really went in, and it made me miss Copenhagen so much, dude. I saw it and I was like, "Fuck!" But at the same time, it was like so nice to see. Damn, dude, David, you're fucking sick, dude. I love David's stuff. It makes me so juicy, and his filming is like amazing.
Yeah, he's the man. He's always low key for mad long, and then he pops out of the woodworks with a video like this and shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to Dominic about it, and Dominic was saying that like David had so many clips, but he's such like a humble guy that he didn't even put like many of his own clips in the video. So David, if you're listening, I advise against that. We want to see everything you have in the future, please. But yeah, that project was, and I was wondering like if like you watching that, you must be like, missing Copenhagen and like missing those guys. Like the vibes in that video just seem. Those guys are just like the friendliest like people out there, it seems.
Yeah, it was spot on. David definitely portrayed like how it's like every session, especially in like Copenhagen. It's just like this open space. You can skate. Everyone's just, you can drink at the spot. Good vibes, And
that's anywhere like, outside of America.
Yeah, true. But yeah, man, definitely loved it.
Yeah, I've been to Copenhagen, but I never got to skate it. But I got to kick it with, David out there. And there's just spots all over the place, too. And it's like left and right. I'm like, damn, I want to skate everything here.
I think I was there the day that you were there. I remember it was like really rainy or something. And I went to David's house that night, and then he was kind of like, oh, like Austin was just here with his girl or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't even know that you were living there at the time.
Yeah, I was there for like a while, dude. Like,
Yeah, see, I
a
didn't
long
know that. I
time.
didn't know that before.
Mm,
Yeah, I know. It would have been nice to kick it with more people out there. I think I was only there for like a few days anyway, like 3 days or some shit.
yeah,
But
man.
we'll
How
reunite one
long?
day.
How long is a while? How long were you out there?
Uh, it was like I lived there for 4 years solid, and then where like I didn't really come back to the States at all. And then there was like maybe another 3 years before that where I was going for like 3 months at a time. And then like I had a girl there at the time, so then I would go there for 3 months and then just come back to the States. And then I would do like my school online there. So I'd like, I'd be there, but I'd still be like doing school that was here because I had like online classes. So in a way, it was kind of like 7 years because I was there for like um, some time before I actually lived there, but like for long periods of time.
Did you have like a
Did
working
you?
visa or
Did you?
something? Like, how did you stay there?
Yeah, I had a residence permit. So the job that I had, it was like very specific. Like I would like build and fix espresso machines. It's kind of random. I actually didn't know what I was doing, but like I just got with the job and I like learned it. And then the job was so niche that like, and it was a niche job and it was high pay. So at the time, the government, they allowed this type of job to be. And then, yeah, I was just doing that, and I had to like learn how to speak Danish and learn how to fix espresso machines at the same time in Danish. That was gnarly.
You're like, yo, what did I sign up for?
Yeah, like the people who were teaching me, they didn't really speak English that well because they were a bit old, maybe in their late to mid 50s. So they would just point and say words, and then eventually years, I would figure it out, and which was kind of jokes because I used to work in Milan for like over the summer fixing espresso machines, and they would tell me what the parts were in English, and I didn't know what it was because I only am used to hearing the parts in Danish, which
Oh
is
shit.
kind of
No way.
yeah, it was kind of funny how that happened because I never knew what they were called, and then when I heard them in English, I was like, oh shit, I don't even know what it is. And it was kind of weird how that like flipped, but yeah.
So when you were learning Danish, was it like strictly at work, or were you like communicating with other people? Did you like get a pretty good sense of the language? Because I think it seems like Danish would be a tough language to learn. It doesn't seem like, close to the American culture, like let's say Spanish or something like that.
In some way, if you were to even like try to speak, if people know that your Danish isn't good, they just go, all right, switch to English. Like there's no reason to really like speak. So in a lot of ways, it was kind of hard to get good out of work because when you're in the work zone, that's probably where I would learn and like speak the most actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have that problem too when I go to like if I try like my Spanish at like a Spanish speaking country and they realize how butchered it is, they just speak back to me in English.
Yeah.
They don't even waste
Yeah.
their time.
Damn. That's mad sad when you do that, because that's happened to me a few times.
Yeah,
I got
right?
out there to start ripping, and they just give me like a look and start speaking English. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
save your breath, save your breath. I got you.
Yeah.
Yo hablo
painful.
inglés. Can I ask you about because Winter Clash is coming up now, and you have a Winter Clash challenge, right?
Yeah.
Is it a
Yeah.
Greg Preston challenge or a Too Easy challenge?
It was supposed to be a too easy challenge, but the challenge that I had idea for was already taken. So I didn't really know what to do. And then Yo-Yo was just like, oh, just do like a chain grind. Or maybe it was Jonas that said that. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that because I couldn't think of anything. And then so yeah, I just like went out, grinded the chain and just posted it. And I was like, yeah, hopefully maybe someone will do it. That'll be cool. That'll be kind of random and weird. But yeah.
Did you get any submissions yet, or is it too soon still?
I think it starts the 18th.
Yeah, yeah,
So
but yeah.
I don't know how that goes, but
I don't know if
So
people
is
posted
that
it.
is that how it works with the challenge? Like the person whose challenge it is gets to see the tricks?
I think everyone just sees it, right?
I think everyone sees it. So I'm not exactly sure how that goes, but I want to see.
We're gonna
it.
figure out very fast. We're gonna figure out once we get going and the app starts
Yeah.
rolling. I think I'll be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Yo-Yo was showing us. Yeah, Yo-Yo was showing us before. There's a link. I don't know if it's on the website. I don't know if that was a private link or not that he sent us, but you can see like a live feed of everybody who's posting, so you can see everyone's challenges as they're coming in. It was just pretty cool.
Oh, sick.
It's like a big wall of shit. So yeah, this weekend's gonna be fun. But I was curious about your challenge and what came up with it.
Mm.
But so there's no too easy challenge. Just Greg Preston.
Yeah.
It's still cool. You got your own challenge and a collab skate with them.
Yeah.
You're just adding your legacies.
Definitely stoked.
So yeah, like, is your crew like? Are you you're pretty down with like the Up to No Good guys, huh?
Yeah, they're kind of here now, actually.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Who's around?
You got the whole crew there.
See, yeah.
Oh,
shit.
let's go.
We got
Okay.
Danish.
It's a fucking
Yo,
party over
Jump
there.
Street alumni. We got Jump Street alumni in the house. Oh,
Yo, what
Joey, Wax Toaster in the house.
Damn.
Let's go.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Cool fun.
Yo, stop.
Yeah, we got like, but between us and that room, it's like all of Blade Media right there. We got Twib, we got the Wax Toaster. Look at this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Too easy. Yeah.
dude,
All right.
You're in the middle of a fucking party right now.
Yeah, we had like a big ass session. Kevon got some clips today.
That is
Damn, I wish. You know what? I'm not even kidding you, dude. I was this close to calling you for a session because I like Joe's actually in town, Atkinson, and we were like, oh, let's go skate. And I was like, I know I got a podcast with Greg later, but he might be skating. Let me give him a call. And then I was like, he's probably at work with at them. It's a weekday. I'm just gonna go skate. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I usually do work actually, but today I had the day off to I had to film some tricks. So John, usually if I had to film something, John will just be like, yeah, just take the day off and film some stuff. So that's like, if it's them related, then I'll like take a day off and then he'll be there. But I'm definitely gonna work tomorrow, so back to like normal schedule.
Damn, that is so cool though. Like in having John Julio as a boss. He's like, oh, you need to get clips. Like the only freaking boss who would ever be like, oh, you need to go skate and get clips. Like, yeah, go ahead. Like that never happens.
Yeah.
Like, unless your boss is John Julio.
Dude, it's sick, dude. He'll PayPal me gas money. It's crazy. He was like, "Where you going?" Or "Here you go." And I'm like, "Dude, man, it's sick. Definitely grateful. It's definitely fun working at the shop.
Yeah.
Even like seeing like people come in and like getting to know. Like there's so many skaters that live in the area or people that will drive from far away just to like come to the shop, and it's really cool to be able to like put skates together and shit. And like and every time I put skates together, I kind of do like a little blessing ceremony. I'm like, all right, this dude's gonna kill it. Whoever gets it, like he or she, they're gonna fucking kill it. And I just like tape it up and then just like send it off. So
Oh, that's awesome. That's an awesome feeling. What percentage? I'm curious now because skate shops aren't like a common thing anymore. And the state of our sport is growing so much. What percentage of skaters that come in are like newbies? Like it's their first time buying skates ever?
you'd be surprised. Like there's actually quite a bit. Like usually these days it's like more people coming back into skating, and it's kind of jokes because it's like these OGs that stopped in like 2002, 2001 or whatever, and they come in and they're like, "Where's John?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's out, like, but I can help you or whatever." And they'll be like, "Damn." It's almost like they get upset that like I'm there and not John.
No,
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's so
It's kinda
fucked up.
jokes. They're like, "John's not here, man. When is he coming back?"
Oh, that's fucked up.
Then
he's got some
like,
star power in John Julio, man.
Yeah, but it depends. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of new people coming in. There are like a lot of like older OGs coming back and like starting skating again, and it's really cool to hear like their stories. Some people have a lot to say, some don't. Definitely, what kind of caught me off guard. A lot of skateboarders were coming in, especially over the summer, and that was like interesting. They were just kind of like, I had no idea this existed, and like I just wanted to try something different other than skateboarding. And over the summer, I got
Whoa.
a lot of those, so that was kind of unique. I didn't see that coming.
That's really cool. That's something that never happened before, I don't think.
No, that's the thing that kind of tripped me out because like I think I mentioned this previously on this podcast, but Shima told me that like Dustin Dollin called him and was like asked for like a couple pairs of like the Shima skates, and Dustin Dollin's like some famous skateboarder from Australia. But he was like, yeah, man, I used to rollerblade. He's like, I want to rollerblade it, me and my girlfriend, like, you know. So it's just like that's cool because you see
Yeah.
some of those old stereotypes at least starting to diminish or go away. And but damn, that must be really cool with like the new people too, like brand new people. That must be
Yeah.
exciting.
And then you see like some funny stories. Like for one, there's like this post lady that like never came back because one day she was coming in to drop off the mail, but we had the Danny Beer skates out. Like we were looking at them and we thought it was a customer. This was like long before they were coming out. So she walked in and then John grabbed the skates and hustled to the back. Like we think she thought we were like selling drugs or something. It was kind of a joke.
Yeah.
She was like, "What did I just walk into?" We were like, "No, it's not weird. It's just
Yeah.
there was prototype skates out." And then,
Yeah,
like,
we're definitely not moving bricks of cocaine for sure. No, like,
that was
definitely
kind of joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
She never came back, dude. They got
No way,
my
really?
God.
What? It ain't that
20
serious.
minutes later, some detective showed up.
Yeah, it ain't that serious.
all they found was the beers. Like it was just the beers.
Yeah.
But we thought it was a customer because they were literally like sitting out, and we just heard the door open, and John just like grabbed them just to hide it. So that was kind of funny. But,
Yeah, it's a rough thing to walk into, I guess. You know, just like someone seems hectic
I mean,
energy.
It's
but
better
that's
than
funny.
it's better
That's
than
funny.
it's better than somebody walking in and be like, ah, rollerblades, and they run out.
Right. That's
well, no,
worse.
I mean, that kind of happened in some way. Like
What?
there's this dude that walked in with his girl, and it was the funniest shit ever because he was just like, "Yo, yeah, I'm trying to buy some skates for my girl, you know, whatever." So yeah, cool. What size is she? You know, extra small. So I gave her like the skates, and she put them on. And she was just kind of like, "Oh, these are cool." And then she looked up. She was like, "I tried those on," and they were like the 908s with the intuition liners. And you see the dude look at me like, "Oh fuck!" Like, you know, she was like, "Yeah, I like these way better." And he was like, "No." He was like, "No, baby, you want the stock liner? You don't want those. You don't want those." He did not want to buy him, and he made her like walk around in them and all this like extra stuff. And he was like trying to convince her that the stock liners were better. And he was like, "Man, how much he's gonna run me?" And he ended up buying them. But that was kind of jokes because he was trying to get out of it so hard not to buy those intuition liners. So
he knew the price, and she didn't.
I'm sorry.
He knew the price, but she didn't for the
exactly.
Liners.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that's the price of the skate right there. Just the liners.
Yeah. He bought them though, or they both bought them. I don't know the situation. But
Yeah.
I don't know. She seemed to be stoked. Like John posted actually a story of her out skating in the. I don't know. It was like during the summer, but she seemed to be stoked. Yeah, she's probably out skating. I don't.
Right now.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, you know that actually makes me wonder. Like, what are your thoughts on the new generation of skating, or like the horizon of where skating is going? Because yeah, I think you have an interesting perspective. Because I'm always fascinated by people who like started or have like a beginning in like the mid to late 2000s. You know, because it's like coming in at such a tumultuous time, and then like now seeing things go in this direction where you're seeing new people start skating and old people coming back, and some of those old people coming back with maybe too many opinions and should perhaps be humble when coming back. But I'm curious to know what your thoughts are on the future of skating and the new faces in skating as well, because I'm starting to every day like discover new faces of people skating, and excuse me, it's really cool.
I try my best to, at least on Too Easy, to show like maybe unknown people or like people who are just sick that are maybe like not known. I do like giving like the spotlight to others other than like the same top tier, maybe is the word for it.
For sure.
But I mean, you know, there are of course like the OG dudes coming back, and they're like, you know, where's this or whatever. I used to get kind of annoyed with it, but now it's kind of like I kind of am fortunate that like all my favorite skaters still skate, you know, for the most part. Because like imagine like I don't know, like if like you know, I don't know. I don't have a reason to like comment or say like, oh, skating was better back in the day or da da da. Because all my favorite skaters still skate, you know, like, and I like them now more than back then, personally. So in some ways, I kind of feel bad for them when they say that shit. I'm like, damn, bring back Latimer. And be tagging him on Instagram, and Latimer not gonna dude. Like,
bro, Latimer's 40 years old, and you know, he's got like a 16-year-old kid. Yeah. The age of Latimer's kid is like how old he was in VG6. So yeah, it's funny to think about. But so much love and respect to Latimer. But
I don't know. I'm just mean like, you know, I'm just fortunate that my favorite skaters still skate, that where I don't need to post those type of comments and whatever. At least with some dudes coming back, but not all do that. I mean, there's so many dudes that do come back and they just skate. You know what I mean? Like they don't really have like opinions, or maybe they do, but you know, but I don't know. Like some dudes do come back and they're like, you know, very active online, but they're just really chill. Like Seth Miner, dude. Seth Miner came back and he's just like, dude, that was sick. I see him posting on like everything. He's like stoked on new school stuff. So shout out Seth.
Yeah.
That stuff. That's like Alex Miranda too. Same thing. Like I don't know if he ever did stop skating, but he's been like
he never stopped. Alex.
He never stopped. Yes, but I've been seeing him a lot more on social media now, and he's just like all about the new school skating. He's not like one of those guys living in the past kind of thing. And I love watching his skate and his attitude towards skating. Same with like Mike Scott also. You know.
Also, this shout out to Aldrin Miller from San Diego. He's like triple OG, like in like the Brian Bell videos, and I see him like always like commenting on the new stuff, being like super positive and just like super down with skating. So I think that's really cool too.
Yeah, I love seeing that stuff.
Same.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna open it up for questions in a little bit, but first, I would like to remind everyone who's watching live, please, if you haven't done so already, X out of the chat, hit the like button. The chat's going to be right back here when you wait. Just hit the like button, come back. Or, you know, if you haven't already heard me and my spiel, follow us on all of our social media platforms. Also, shout out to our sponsor of the episode, Blank by Rollerblade. And also, little quick shout out to Basement. Check out my cool little Basement hat.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, Basement has a brand new line out, and they sent me a care package, and the gear is dope. So if you
I got some Basement stuff too. Bye.
Yeah, go check out the new Basement line, and yeah.
Can I quickly shut down the podcast because I forgot to do something at the top of the show?
Shut it down, bro.
Okay, shut it down. Do you mind, Greg? It's your show. It's your show. All right.
Stop him, Greg. Tell him no.
if Greg told me no, I back out. I go home, even though I'm home already.
Yeah.
We didn't do a supporter giveaway for January yet, and I meant to do that at the top of the show, but I'm going to do that right now instead. So like we do once a month, every month we get all of our Patreon supporters that we appreciate so much, and we put them all in a random raffle, and we give away one of whatever you want from our online store. So we have all the names here for January, and we're going to just pick a random winner real quick, and let's congratulate the winner, Sal Maz. I think, is this Sal Mazone? I wonder if this is Sal Mazone. Well, either way, Sal Maz, thanks for supporting, and you just won one of whatever you want from our online store. So thank you all to our Patreon supporters, and we have a lot more this month, so we'll be doing another one for February as well. So thank you so much. Thank you for letting me shut down the podcast for that one.
You can use it to get a lovely little mug.
A lovely little mug. Right here.
Where's Greg? We don't have him anymore.
There he is.
Oh, he came back. Thank God. I was worried.
We didn't lose him. We didn't lose him. He's still there.
Okay, cool. So, like I said, in a second, we're going to open it up for questions. But before we do that, I'm curious to know, because I see the room full of guys you're in, and it's a great crew. I went skating with them the other day, and I'm always hearing about them skating. They're always filming and working on stuff. You're always filming on working on stuff. Is there anything we could look forward to? Is there anything we can keep our ear out about that you guys might be working on? Or is it a big secret project and you don't want to tell anyone? Talk to me. What's going on?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I can't like.
He's getting a bunch of looks right now from everyone in the room.
Yeah.
He's getting daggers right now.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I can't. Yeah, I can't tell too much. There are definitely stuff coming. That's for sure. Some stuff are like directly related to like maybe products, or I don't know. Maybe I said too much.
All right, okay, leave it alone. Leave it alone. We already touched on a lot of the new stuff.
So I got a somewhat similar question to you. You got a nice crew there. We did a movie night also last week, you know, and all the homies in it. What do you love so much about your crew? What do you love about skating with all these guys?
I mean, like, you know, it's
No,
just like
no pressure. They're all looking at you right now, but no pressure.
Yeah. Just skating with the homies, dude. Like, you know, it's always just fun to skate around, you know, cool people, good vibes. It's like a really nice way to, you know, enjoy your day. And of course, you're going to be around people that, you know, inspire you and that, you know, are just like cool ass dudes. I mean, yeah. And they're sick, dude. I'm fortunate to have people that are good at skating like around me. So I definitely don't take that for granted.
So you guys always pushing each other then?
When it's necessary, maybe. I don't know.
Not every day.
Man, I mean, dude, I was pushing Kevon today, dude. He's doing some things.
Oh, he sounds hyped.
Yeah, he did some stuff. He hurt his ankle on like I don't want to, you know, I'm trying to blow his clips up.
Early and skate through it.
He hurt his ankle. Joey came through with that CBD.
What up?
Put it on the ankle.
Anabolics.
And then he got the clip.
Ooh.
Look, Kevon is nice, dude. You may not know he's doing his twib, but dude, he's nice. He's got a nice top acid. His sweaties are insane.
I see his clips on his box.
Oh yeah,
he's doing his thing. He updates us on his tricks, his new tricks.
Yeah. Actually, true story about him too. Actually, no one knows this, but it's fucking jokes. I'm gonna put him on blast.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not that,
do it.
I don't even know what it is.
But no, you remember? Okay, so back in the day, we were at Paramount Skate Park, and I taught Kevon how to do a top porn.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
And he went home, and he told his dad, like, you know, his dad, like, son, how's your day? And, you know, Kevon was like, oh, I had a good day. Greg taught me how to top porn. He was like, Greg taught you what? He's like, the top porn. No top porn's in my house. And he just got like super mad. And Kevon got in trouble.
No way.
And he hasn't been allowed to do a top porn since then?
No top porn.
No top porn, he's not allowed.
Traumatized.
He can't
But
show
he
his
did-
dad.
Oh my god.
You know what's random though? Both of our dads like went to school together. So like my dad moved from New York to LA and then went to his dad's high school. His dad and my dad are also both named Greg. They knew each other. And then I ended up meeting Kevon for like years. And then later on we find out that our dads like know each other. It was fucking random.
Oh, that's sick.
It was so weird. Yeah, that was just like another random little.
I got a similar story like that with Franco, actually, Franco Camayo. I've known Franco longer, like pretty much the longest skater I've known since I started when I was 8 years old, so like 25 years, whatever. But my mom broke her arm back in the day, and she was in like physical therapy, and she had like the doctor or the receptionist or something like that, nurse that helped her every day for like months and months and months. And then at like the end, like her last day of therapy, she like mentioned to her like, I don't know, maybe like my son skates or whatever. She's like, oh, that's funny. My son skates too. And ended up being Franco's mom. And they knew each other for like mad long and didn't know that like it was me and Franco, you know? And yeah, our moms are friends for a minute.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so weird. It's like, because New York is so big too, you know, that would happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Small
That's
world.
It's weird, yeah.
Small world. Let's get to some of these super chats to start it off real quick. We have Sean Michelson, who said, happy you survived from getting pistol whipped. Glad you pressed on.
Oh.
Hi-yo.
Pressed on. He's clever.
Coupon like that one, huh? Coupon
I remember
like
that one. Pressed on. Dude.
That was good.
We also have a
Clever.
super chat from Moonshine. Tell your favorite coupon story. I'm going to say it like that.
Oh.
I mean, you
Wow,
already kind of told one.
We were just basically just gonna kill us all. This isn't gonna be good.
You already just told one, I guess. But if you have something else, I guess.
I'm trying to think of one that's like that nobody knows. That's like
Ooh,
fun.
so, yeah. We need one of those. Anything offhand?
Which one? No, I can't do that to him. That's fucked
Come on.
up.
Damn, you got to tell it
That's
now. All right, so I guess we'll put this one on hold. Maybe somebody could shout one out to you.
What do you mean? Because he said the fence.
You can tell a fence
I can tell a fence
You
story?
can tell a fence story.
Okay, I'll tell a fence story.
That's a fine.
We'll take it.
I love it. The fence story.
So everyone in NorCal might know this, but like Kevon doesn't like to hop fences, and there is a reason. So back in the day, when he was like prime Kevon, he was fucking sick, dude.
Prime Kevon.
Prime Kevon. So there was this like gnarly fence that had like these hook spikes, and then like we used to like hop them to like skate to school or whatnot. And we've been there multiple times. On this particular day, we were hopping the fence to go back to the car, and as we're going, Kevon was last. So when you hop the fence, you don't really like stay to kick it on the main street. You just hop and then just like go to the car because you're not supposed to skate in school and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then walking to the car, all of a sudden I just hear help, help, and I look, and Kevon is like upside down with this like, so this is like the hook fence, like with the little sharp thing. Mm-hmm. His feet are like stuck in between. He's upside down, holding the fence up like this, and he was just like,
no way.
And I get there, and it was actually not funny at the time, but like he was just like, he like slipped, and then he like cut himself on the way down, so he's just like bloody everywhere. He's like, he's just like on the top of the fence, and we just had to like figure out a way to get him down, but his ankles were through the fence.
Oh,
we couldn't like get him off. It was like insane. And until this day, that's why he just, if there's a fence that's huge at the skate spot, he's just like, yeah, dude, I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's
I'll sit in the car.
Yeah, that's how that happens.
Yeah,
that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a dick, but if I like drove by and I saw like someone hanging upside down from a fence by their feet, I would pull my car over and just watch and laugh my ass off. That's
mean.
Hilarious.
You're mean.
Gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Yeah.
It's all
I would
love.
help. I would get out my car and I would help you. That's what I would do.
Yeah. But I will say he's hopped fences now.
Yeah, I'm doing better, but not
like huge fences.
He went to fence rehab.
Happy you're doing better now.
Yo, we love you, buddy.
Yeah, we love you, Biz. Twib, check out Twib. If you don't already, I don't know what you're doing.
We got a super chat from Kevin Dugard who asks, "What's your current skate setup?"
It's actually the 909 white skate. I just wanted to go back to it, and then I put like white youths on, just to like try them because I've always, I'm like selling youth frames, and I was kind of curious. People ask about them when they come in, and I never actually skated them, so I actually just like temporarily put off the them frames to try out the youths. So I like both. I like them both for different reasons, but now it's just a 909 white with beer liner and white youth frames with moonshine wheels and anti-rock.
There you go. Shout out Moonshine too while you're at it.
Yep.
Big shout out, Moonshine.
Big shout out.
Shout out.
Let's get through these super chats. We have another one from South Central Blade Club who says, "Congrats on all the Too Easy collabs. When will y'all be putting out a physical magazine if there aren't already any?"
Damn. Okay, I'm glad actually someone said that. So when I did, so how do you say? So I do want to do Too Easy magazines, but I don't want to do like a lot. I just want to do like one a year. So I was gonna just like compile photos until the end of 2021, and then put something out, and then just kind of do like a yearbook thing, because obviously making magazines even like twice a year is a lot of work. But I also put magazine because in a lot of ways, Too Easy is like a video magazine. It's not necessarily, at least that's how I see it. And that's kind of more what I meant by putting magazine. And then, and plus, you know, I don't know. I kind of like wearing shirts that say Too Easy Magazine because it's more of a thing instead of a statement. Because like I remember going into bars and dudes be like, Too Easy, and it's just like, it's cool, but it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's kind of cool to like that. It's kind of cool, like Too Easy Magazine. Oh, okay, it's a thing. I'm not like a statement all the time. And so for me, it was like a double meaning for that as well.
Too Easy sounds good. It's like catchy. I feel like it doesn't sound
Yeah.
weird.
I named it after that New York kid.
Yeah, I heard that. The Top Acid.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. Dude, he hates me,
That's
dude.
dope.
He like blocked me.
No way, really?
I tried to send him stuff forever. He just like he wasn't.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. Billy, do you know who that is? The Top Acid Too Easy
No.
kid? He's in New York.
No, I
too.
don't. I don't want him to hate me either, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, that's like the last person in skating you'd want to hate you too. You know?
I wish he would come
Yeah.
back. I wish he would come back.
And I don't know. He might be in New York doing push-ups. Like I don't know what you know. I don't know. You know, we never know. New York kids, you know, sometimes they get crazy with the push-ups. So I just want to leave it alone. But cool. Yeah, I think that's all the super chats. So I'm going to get into the questions, but I just want to thank all the super chatters. Half of our super chats go to our guest. So Greg will be sending you some beer money soon. And we have a question from Sean Michelson that says, he says, how long did that model roll on the round rail take? I don't remember what the movie was called. Was Ninja Turtle themed?
Oh yeah, dude, that was actually, dude, it took a long time. That's funny you say how long. That trick actually took hours, and it was kind of embarrassing because I was trying to roll a round rail.
What was the name of the video?
Master Splinter.
Yes, that's what it's Massive Splinter.
Yeah, it was like a long time ago, and I was just trying to like roll it, and there was like a volleyball team right across from me, and they were practicing, and I'm just there just getting nutted for like hours, and they were like, "What is this guy doing?" Like, he's just like, nutted left and right.
Getting nutted for hours. That's one of the weirdest things I ever heard anybody say.
Yeah, but it wasn't high enough to actually get like racked, you know?
Okay.
It was like just below like the rack zone. So it was just like a steady, like just like over and over, just like appears to be, you know, barely racked. And it was just, yeah. That was kind of, yeah. That's what happened.
All right. Luckily it wasn't in the rack zone.
We have another question from Matthias Ruda. He says, who's your favorite unknown skater?
Unknown. Yeah. I don't know if it's like if unknown like nobody knows, or if there's like a tier between like just not like the guys that are like what's the word? Maybe pro or sponsored. But there's so many. I mean,
I feel like unknown would be like not sponsored skater maybe.
I mean, off the top of my head, like I don't know, like super like someone that no one probably knows is like my favorite skater of all time. His name is like Anders Risoy. He hasn't made a lot of stuff, but he's had things here and there, and he's like probably my favorite all-time skater. And he's pretty unknown, so if you can search Anders Risoy, he's like really fucking sick. He's not skating too much now, but the things that he's had in the past are like definitely worth a rewatch, I'd say. Yeah.
Very cool.
So go do a YouTube search, everybody.
Yeah.
I want to ask this question from Lines and Media because it's a nerdy filming question. Do you like the art form of the .3? Do you feel like the art form of the .3 has been lost in recent years? I feel like all lenses with the vignette distract from the clip.
Wait, Wait, what's the question exactly?
Do you feel like the art form of the point 3 of the fisheye is lost in recent years? He feels that the lenses with the vignette distract from the clips.
I don't know. I like the vignette.
What
Am I the only guy that likes the vignette?
I know that the Kelsos are in the chat too. I know they dig the vignette because they shoot with the HVX also. Is that what you shoot with?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's like the standard now.
Yeah, I had a FS 700, but it's kind of sketchy bringing like an expensive camera around, and it gets kicked once, and I'm like, oh no, So
yeah,
it's kind of nice to have an HVX for like multiple reasons, other than plus the camera's just fun to use personally. But I don't know. I like the vignette. I think it's sick, And if you don't, then cool. I mean, I'm not trying to buy that Century Extreme, dude.
Yeah, it's money.
Yeah, and it's hard to use, man. I was filming David's. That shit is like so heavy, dude. You get buff using that camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's heavy. You can't get that close. You got to really use the angles. It's worth it though. Like if you watch Fifth Floor, I mean, it's a sick. Like when people use it well. Yvonne also use it very, very, very. It's Yvonne though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that thing is legit. But if you get that kicked, also that's money. If you get one of those fisheyes kicked too, I remember.
I know.
Yeah, back in the day when Yvonne first got his, we were in Arizona and he was filming somebody in one of the bowls, and he was in the bowl and he tripped on a grate and he almost dropped it. And I remember the whole skate park, skateboarders, scooters, everybody, parents were all like, "Oh!" Like you heard everybody gasp.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that shit's expensive. I mean, that's why I got my little Optega, dude. I spent $150 on that. You can kick it, do what you want, man.
Yeah, buy them like 2-3 at a time. if they're not sold out.
True.
We have a couple of super chats that we didn't address. One new one and one that we didn't address before. John Alcantara says too easy / basement collab, and also Colin Kelso was in the chat saying, sorry, let me get to it. Too easy basement collab. Can we do this? Easy Mint, 2Base, sup.
Dude, yeah, I'm down. Definitely down. I'm trying to go to Philly, man.
You heard it here. I wouldn't go now. It's probably pretty cold. Maybe wait till spring, but you heard it here. Yeah. Check it out. Actually, you've been in Denmark. You're used to that. You're cool with that.
Yeah, I just need a little thermal. I got the thermals there. I'm good. Long johns.
Yeah. I ran over to California to escape that, so that's what I'm doing here. But Moonshine UHMW says sent a few bucks on a super chat and says Tuborg money. So shout out Moonshine UHMW.
Thank you.
And
your money.
Getting back to the questions, the Wax Toaster, shout out the Wax Toaster, says please have Greg explain the corn belt.
Oh my God! Why? He's like right here,
and it's blowing you up.
The corn belt. Damn. Yeah. Okay. So like, I listen to like really weird music sometimes. Not even sometimes, like all the time. And there's like this song by Arthur Russell. It goes by, or his alias Dinosaur L actually, and it's just called Corn Belt, and it's super weird. And I just made them listen to it once, like really loud, and I just laughed the whole time. That's all it is. And then ever since then, we just like refer to things.
I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, I kind of like traumatized the homie with that song, dude. Actually, Dominic Bruce.
What's the song called? If anyone wants to check it out.
Corn Belt by Dinosaur L.
Dinosaur
All right,
L.
so you heard it here. Check it out, Corn Belt by Dinosaur L. I don't know if you're going to use that in a section, but don't take it if Greg plans on using that. So
yeah, hey, you can use it, dude. It's all right.
You can use it. We have a question, another camera question from Joshua Hillel, who asks, does Greg have any advice for skaters just getting into filming and editing on some DIY for the love? Thoughts on gear, mentality, editing tactics, whatever's clever.
Yeah. Well, I would say just like start from like, I don't know, like start with just like not trying to make something super epic. I think that's what like some people do when they're new. They immediately go to this like, I want to make this like epic thing, and a lot of times making like just a really funny, not serious thing can really like, not only is it fun to do, but it can really like hone your understanding of editing and using the camera, and it's just fun for everybody as well, including yourself, because editing could be stressful. I'd also say get some outside influences other than skating. Like I personally watch like 80s commercials and like 80s music videos or movie trailers. I get a lot of my ideas from that. And then at least like maybe aesthetically these days. And then also, if you're gonna like put clips together, you know, of course, there's like other skate videos out there to give you an idea of like, you know, how to cut a clip or transitions. I can get kind of OCD with that kind of stuff. Like maybe if someone lands and their head is like faced this way, like rolling backwards, I'll like start the clip with like a similar body position to where it kind of like flows well when it's like in between tricks. So if you watch like some things that I make, there you maybe will be able to like notice that, like, I don't know, little things like that I think can like make an edit less jarring to watch. So I think, I don't know, maybe that's my only advice. Definitely get some inspiration from outside of skate videos. I think that's something cool to really think about ahead of time as well, personally.
Yeah, I like that concept. That's something new that I heard too. Actually, I think Dennis was the one who mentioned that, like getting inspiration from other directors and not skating shit, because you bring that into skating and it's something new and fresh that we'd never seen before. I like that.
Like I also get, at least like when I'm editing, I'll watch like a comedy special, because like just the way someone will like tell a story and like tell a trick. Oh, sorry, to tell a story with like a joke and a punchline is like kind of similar in some ways to like editing a skate video, because like you know where the heavy hitter tricks are, just like you know the punchline of the joke. It's just a matter of like how you tell that story that makes it funny. And I think I find some parallels there, and I kind of use that as like inspiration. I don't know if that explained that well, but yeah.
No, I like that idea because you know, like to Austin's point, Dennis was talking about like getting inspiration from Quentin Tarantino, and you know, I know a lot of the, you know, Chris Brown, like in the Be Unique films, like he did like a really good job with bringing a different style of like kind of bringing like the cinematic look into things. And, you know, it's really cool if that gets done well or done properly, because it's, yeah, like that outside it's important to get the influence from all these different areas of whether it be music or art, film. That's cool.
Dude, yeah, speaking of that, dude, B was my shit, man. Growing up, me and Kevon, dude.
Dude, what?
I used to have,
that was our shit too, yo.
Yeah, I never said out loud, but I used to have dreams. I would be like sponsored by Be Unique, dude. That shit was crazy. Like, I'd be in the house, and then all y'all would just bust in with like the little chain ceremony.
Yeah, it's a chain ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd wake up with no chain. I was like, no.
That's fucking amazing.
No.
That's amazing. It was all a dream.
Oh my god.
And then what makes it even crazy is like that same time period, I was in high school and I was all Be Unique. I had the cookies. I fucking drew Be Unique on my folders and shit. And I had like the Be Unique shirts and the hat. I had all this shit. And I had Heat clothes. Be Unique and Heat was like my shit. And then
that's sick.
And then I was in school, and this girl came up to me and she was like, "You know Be Unique?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh shit, my stepdad is Lord Brian." And I was like, "Oh, I'm finally gonna be on Be Unique."
Yo, you're like, I have an in. I have a way in.
No. I love that.
Yo, that's amazing.
That is the coolest story ever. Yo.
We got to bless you with a chain ceremony one day. Coupon 2.
Let's
Fuck
go.
it. Hopefully Chris and Courtney don't sue us. We have some new super chatters that we're gonna shout out. This one's from Eric Rodriguez. He says, "Keep making the city look good."
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lines Then Media says, "Remember, kids, when we're all feeling down, at least we went down the ramp. Please respect the fish for keeping it together during our Star Wars debate in the chat."
Yeah. Hell yeah. At least he went down, man.
Hey, that's the saying of the week.
At least he went down. That's amazing too. I love that story.
Yo, Sean Kelso in the chat says, "Get this man a dog tag." So that's Be Unique alumni right there backing it up as well. So we need a chain ceremony. Let's go.
Damn, yo, that's 3 approvals right there.
Let's go. We have one last super chat from Fred Castro, and he said, shout out Fred Castro in Brazil. "Do you think the angle for the trick matters more than showing the spot? Sometimes the shot will show how big the spot is, but the trick looks ugly."
Damn, that's a hard one. I mean, I guess the trick is always most important, especially for the skater, you know? Because if you ask the skater, like, damn, do you want the spot to look good? Do you want the trick to look good? I'd assume. I mean, I personally would say myself, like, the trick is most important, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, an instance that would be. But I think it's rare that... Did we? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'd say the trick is always most important, personally, and do what you can to try to, like, show the spot. Because I know it's hard to show how hard a spot is in person, because sometimes you go to a spot and it's like, damn, this shit was way scarier in real life. Mm-hmm. So I think I try to do my best to have both worlds of that, where you can see, maybe have an idea of, like, you know, maybe the floor was fucked up, or I don't know how high the rail or the ledge actually was in comparison. I don't know. There's, like, things you can do, and you can always do double angles. You know, if you got 2 cams, or if the dude wants to do it twice, show the trick sick once, and then show the spot sick the second time. Yeah,
that's it. Try to yeah. Get the, it's tricky. It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's that.
But as a skating purist and as a true skater, I think before a filmer is what I would assume you might be. That the trick probably means more a little bit, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. I would say the trick too. The trick is it's all about the trick. And then when you I sometimes feel bad when you go to, like, a spot, like an epic spot that you see a clip at, and you're like, oh, this is way crazier in person. And you're like, especially coming from, like, a filmer's perspective, you're like, I wish I could have filmed it, you know, like maybe a little differently or something, you know? Because that happens all the time. You go to a spot and you're like, oh, this is way different, way more gnarly in person, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean,
it's part of the game.
You know, yeah.
Part of the game.
Well, a couple more things before we let you go. Erod also said, we need a full-length Too Easy flick. Erod, I do not disagree.
100%.
We also are hearing Be Unique CrossFit Too Easy. Too unique. Too unique. Be easy. You could be easy.
Be easy. Or too easy. Yeah, be easy or too easy.
So I'm just saying, the sky's the limit, boys. You know. So
that'd be funny.
That sounds so tight.
Nah, I mean, I think I'd rather do basement, since basement is like, it's here. You know, they're doing things. Or of course, like Colin and Sean are both one of my favorite skaters, and you know, their vision and their skating is like, you know, next level always. Yeah. So, I mean, I'd rather not bring something from the dead, because I think that's like a too common thing in blading right now, and I'm not doing that. I'd rather do the thing that's like here and that's like has a projected future as well. Personally, I mean, if people want to do their thing, cool. You know, bring back whatever. I probably wouldn't want to bring back Be Unique, actually. but I want the
But
dunk.
but we're still gonna have the ceremony. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's the ceremony.
Okay. So we're gonna have a prize. This is gonna be a VIP ceremony. That's gonna. Okay.
How did you
You had
know?
me concerned for a second because I was agreeing with everything up to you. I just wanted you to follow through with the.
No,
still
yeah.
having the ceremony.
Yeah,
Okay.
first of all, I want to say I completely agree with you too on that. Like to support something that's like moving forward and it's like more relevant to skating now and going to help the sport and help people in the sport. But how did
100%.
you guys know about the chain ceremony? Was that like a publicly known thing?
I don't know. Maybe.
Did you hear a story about that?
I think I saw it somewhere. It was like in a video.
Yeah, doesn't somebody?
Was it?
Icon?
Yeah, like
someone got
Icon, maybe.
Who?
Yeah, maybe it was Aragon, or I don't know.
yeah, I think it was Aragon. Courtney made a big deal about it. He's like, "Yo, bless him with the chain." Like he's like, "You've been blessed now."
Dude, it was sick. Man,
yeah,
I love
cool.
it. And plus, like skating in New York is so sick, dude. Like just the way New York looks and getting cliffs out there, it just looks fucking cool, you know. And
Totally.
And I'm really fortunate to, be able to like see that and just I don't know, dude. It did a lot for me younger,
Totally.
And then, I mean, and I love being in New York, dude. Every time I'm there, dude, like I think of like all the B&E sound, like the little Soho song.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did a real good job of like showing the city and like the skaters of the city and like everyone's they did a really good job with that. So I'm sure probably like might have been an influence in your filming and editing maybe too. Just be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Sure. I mean, yeah, man. Like that was my favorite shit back in the day. Like everyone had like their thing, but for me it was like Be Unique and like and Heat Wheels. That was like when I was younger. That was the shit for me. And then
that's dope.
It's interesting too because they're two sick companies, but two completely different images at the time.
Yeah, well, I always liked like both spectrums. Like I never grew up being like only this, like only hip hop or only something else. Like it was always just like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I like hip hop a lot, and I do like rock music just as much. And
everything from Tupac to Corn Belt.
Exactly, Tupac to Corn Belt.
You got it, and everything in between.
Okay, Corn Belt is way. That's like Corn Belt. I mean, that's a whole.
We're never below them.
When this podcast and everyone's gonna go check out. Everyone who's watching live is gonna go check out Corn Belt. I know that's what I'm gonna do. Right
on YouTube, they're gonna get
curiosity. I'm too curious now.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's all good. I'm down with it. I mean, it's weird. My bad for making y'all sit through that.
I'll take responsibility for that one.
Yeah.
We had another super chat. I'm trying to find it. Oh, here we go.
Sean Pellegrino.
Yeah. Sean Pellegrino. I don't know what this means. Hippo character in tactical gear does tactical flanking maneuver hand gestures.
Whoa.
Oh, it's you should check it out.
No, it's literally just an emoji.
It's an emoji.
Yeah. What? It's an emoji, dude.
What do you mean it's an emoji?
That was some code. So
it's a code.
What?
Well, I guess it's not even code. It's expression. Don't it? You know what? I'm not a computer guy. Let's move on.
I don't know how that happened.
I want to ask Greg if he has any. We've taken you through the ringer. You've answered all of our questions. I want to ask you, do you have any last words or words of wisdom or things you want to impart before we part ways on this podcast?
Oh, sick. I'd say, I guess there were a lot of like film questions and film people. I would say just like, keep doing your thing, keep working on it. Cause even me, like I till this day don't really know what I'm doing. Not really. Like it's just kind of like, what's the word? Just like trial and error and figuring it out. Cause it takes time to like really understand and like what you want to do with it. And I mean, even like for instance, when I came to the US 2017 and I went to Blade Cup and then I was like, oh shit, like who are like the three dudes I'd always want to make a part of? And at Blade Cup, there was like, I filmed John Julio, Derek Henderson, and Alex Broscow. So if you go to like Too Easy page, Blade Cup 2017, I only filmed 3 people, and then I was like, dude, if there's anything I want to do, I want to film those 3 people. And then this year, I made an actual part for all 3 of those dudes. And then it's just kind of like, damn, you know, if you like just work and just keep like doing your thing, then you could for sure like be able to make bigger things and I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but you know, you could do it, dude. You can
Dope.
definitely figure it out.
Keep going. Keep going. Figure it out and keep at it.
Hey, work hard in it. Work hard at it. We have a last minute special super chatter.
We got to shut down the podcast.
We got to shut down the podcast. We have a generous super chat from Jump Street alumni Estrogen, Michelle Stylen, who says Estrogen. Hey yo, what? I said it.
I'm sorry. I think it's estrogen.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I said. No,
I thought you said estrogen. Sorry.
Hey,
I said it fast. Sorry,
Shout out.
sorry.
Michelle.
I'm from New York. I talk quick, but
My bad.
Michelle says, "Hey yo, I love Greg and want to tell you that I love you and the podcast. Also want to let y'all know about my winter class challenge this week. Do a classic quad trick on blades to win. So that'd be dope to see too.
Wow.
That's cool that she's involved too with winter clash. I like that.
Shout out Estro. Thank you for the super chat.
Damn, super shout out Estro.
Hell
I
yeah.
will do a classic quad. I'll ride a, what is it called when you do the side stance thing?
Like the crab walk kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll try that for the winter clash.
There we go. There we go. All right.
Dope.
Well,
Well,
Thanks.
Greg, it was an absolute pleasure having you. I felt like I was hanging out with all the guys in the back there at the party. I felt like I was, having a beer and a kickback with you guys. So
I like the
it was
crew
nice
format.
to yeah. It was nice to finally have you on, and I'm
Sweet.
looking forward to all these things that you're working on in the future. So thanks again.
Oh yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you. Everyone check out Too Easy and stay tuned for our Jump Street Winter Clash special this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So thank you everybody for watching, and we'll catch you then. Peace, everybody.
Dude.